Good morning, guys. So I played around with the paint a little bit last night. I'm not for sure about this right here. So now what I'm about to do, I am about to do the bands. So I'm for sure about the color at the bottom. But now I'm just pretty much gonna start adding the bands back on. So I'm using this bandana, and then I'm gonna put the blue over the top. So I am going to glue this on because it was already, the original band had been glued on, and my glue gun now is acting crazy. It don't want to react. It's all the way stuck. Oh, shit. So I'm going to have to turn off the camera, get the glue gun prepared, because it is not ready to act. It's launched in there. See, with these hot glue guns, you got to lay them a certain kind of way, because it done got glued to here. So it's glued right there, so it's not moving. I be hating when this happens. See, get this to come out because I got to get it out. It's glued to the side walls. So when I go to push the button, nothing's coming out. Gotta unlodge it. And I need that. I use a pencil. It's gotta be somewhere. I use this pencil where when the glue get stuck, I use a pencil to push it through. So I gotta get this unstuck. I'll be back. After forever, I finally got the glue gun unstuck. So now I'm starting to put the bands on there. And you could do, when you designing, remember, you could do whatever you like to do. And if you want the band to be removable, then don't glue it down. But this particular head has already been glued. So I'm just kind of gluing it back after I took it off. So I did the little blue bandana. I've been following a lot of different designers on YouTube, on Estes, and it's this one, he makes designer hats for all of the celebrities like Johnny Depp and stuff like that, all the stars. And he be doing his thing. So I think I'm going to take that blue away at the bottom. And kind of what happened is like, I noticed if I'm tired, I came in here last night and noticed that the hat was dry while I'm getting prepared for bed. And then I kind of played around with the paint. And I started playing with the paint. And I'm going to show y'all what I did. So remember I told y'all can do the brown paint to act as a distress, like if it's been burned. And I'm going to show y'all. Give me 1 second when I get done putting this on. So I wound up doing that. And at one point, I kind of got heavy-handed with the brown. So when I got heavy-handed with the brown, it made me have to wind up adding that blue because I have got too heavy-handed with the brown. So it didn't come out too right. So yeah, that's what I had wound up doing. So that's why the blue kind of is a little out of control. I have trinkets and stuff that I'll be putting on the hats, but majority of all my stuff is still stored up. So I will have to get to that. So let me show y'all what I mean. So y'all see here, the brown, where it's kind of mimicking the burn, because a straw hat, you can't literally burn it. You can actually melt it. So you can mimic like the hat has been burned, where you take brown paint. You take brown paint and you will a little bit of brown paint, and that's how you'll wind up getting that distress. Like it's, well, it look like it's been burned. So I will definitely say I'm not a fan of this blue. So what I'm about to do, I'm about to go take it outside and I'm about to spray that gray. Because I'm not a fan of that blue down there. I'm not liking it. It just looked too, I don't know. I don't like it. So I'm finna go and spray it and get rid of that, and I'll be back. So I wound up going outside spraying some gray, and if you see, I got the bandana. So I'm going to take the bandana, and it's two different. It's this blue bandana and this purplish bandana. I'm going to sew that all the way around, and then I created a bow right here out of the bandana, and I believe I'm going to put it somewhere like that, okay? So let me sew the bandana going around, okay? Let me sew the bandana going around. And, yeah, the gray is kind of graying. So I go back in and, you know, do some little something to the gray. But that blue I just wasn't feeling. So, but I'm going to sew that going around. And then I created a bow. So, which way does it go? Goes like this way, and this bow is going to go on here. So let me sew this on, and then this hat is still actually kind of semi-wet from the spray paint, but yeah. And these clip pins, they come off of Amazon. If you sew, like instead of using pins, you can use a clip. So now I'm going to sew this on, and I'll be back. All right. Okay, guys, so I've been adding different colors. So I sprayed it with the gray. If you can see, I added the bandana, and I switched it up on this side. Added the gray paint, added some more white paint, the velvet along with the bandana right here, some paint. I painted this side. So now the last thing I got to do, I got to let the paint dry more because the paint is still kind of wet. And once the paint dries completely, then I could put in the last band to make it a little tighter, and then I'll flatten it. But my problem when I be putting the sealer on while the hat is still wet, it makes the paint run. So I need to let it dry in real time. Let it dry. So this particular thing right here, this is a heat gun. This is not a blow dryer. So a lot of times I'll speed it up and I'll heat dry. But with the heat dry, with it turned up so high, it can actually melt the bandana or the band. Because it's a heat gun, it's not a blow dryer. Sometimes when I want to shrink the band, I will intentionally hold it on there and it shrinks the band. But you can see it's cutting that band, shrinking it. It's a heat gun. So I need to let it play out, dry all of the way, and then I can put it into the shape. Well, it's already in the shape, but I mean shrink it to fit my head. But sometimes I'll be moving anxious, and when you move anxious, that's why your paint will sometimes run. Let it dry before you put that sealer on, because the sealer will make the paint run if the paint is not already absorbed into the hat and dried. So I just wanted to show y'all that. So this heat gun I got off of Amazon. Now, word of the wise, if you have shellac on here and the shellac is wet, don't use that heat gun, because that heat gun let off like heat and it can spark a flame and it can turn into fire. If you got shellac on there, just let it dry. Naturally, there's no shellac on here. It's just still in wet form from the spray paints and the paints. So I got to let it dry, and then I'll come back and shrink the, I do got on shorts. So if y'all be like, oh, your legs are open, I have on these little shorts under here too. Because, you know, people, sometimes they pay attention to all the other stuff. So I do. But, yeah. So we're going to let this dry. And once this dries completely, then I will put the sealer on, and then I will put the band on to make it more or less my size. But yeah, I didn't like it when I had it the blue, so just try to do it like some different little funky stuff. So be cool little hats to design. We're in the summer months. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. And I got some more hats coming in today, and I'm gonna let y'all see they some really cool hats. So yeah, we're gonna let it dry on here. And this block is actually bigger, so that's why once it totally dries, I will have to go in and shrink it. Like how y'all see when they fit, they be kind of big. So I'm gonna let this dry, totally dry, before I put the shellac on there and stiffen it and shrink it. So, but anyway, yes, the bandanas too I get off of Amazon. I get them in bulk. And got a lot of cool bandanas and fabric and everything. So when you decide to be a hat maker, just be a hat maker and don't be afraid to be creative. Remember, you can't burn the scrawl. This is, I take the brown paint and distress it to make it look like that. And Gino want to say good morning. Come here, babe. Want to say good morning? Gino say, oh. You say good morning, babe. You have a good morning. Are you having a good morning? Are you having a great morning? I love you. I love you. You love me? You want a hat? Mama gonna make you a hat too. You deserve one. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Toodles. You gonna get it.